Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Father's Day to everybody. It's 6 a.m. bright and early here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I think my eyes look a little tired. One thing, I want to apologize for the echo. I'm going to take you guys on a tour. This is the big goodbye to my home of 6 years. It's completely empty. Yesterday, me and my family moved the entire contents of these 4 rooms and the entire basement. We moved it all into storage. I want to talk about that today. So I'm going to be couch surfing and I'm going to be living in a camper. I'm kind of excited about that. Let me tell you guys, I thought about this, and with all my belongings, I'm kind of unencumbered by all my possessions. I've told you guys that I've managed to save up a little money, and it's a beauty. Today is the first day of summer. I got a little money in the bank. I don't have all of my possessions to slow me down. I'm really considering my options. Like I said, I'm going to be broadcasting. I'll be making my video in a camper. So I'm going to be getting back to the political and social videos every other, I'm going to be mixing them in with my regular videos. But I noticed that I've been getting more views with you guys kind of tuning in to watch the saga of me becoming homeless just within a month. Just an average guy with an average income, above average savings. My credit's good, and I'm homeless. All right, today's Father's Day. This has never been a happy day for me. I lost my dad of brain cancer. I watched him die when I was 9 years old of terminal brain cancer. I'll just tell you guys this quick. I'm not looking for sympathy or anything, but I'm sure there's a lot of other guys, men and women out there that Mother's Day, Father's Day doesn't always bring the best memories, the best feelings. Like I said, I watched him die of terminal brain cancer when I was 9. I remember the crayon marks where they were going to operate next in his head. They left these marks in his on his bald head where they were going to cut in and where they were going to do the chemo. It got to a point where he didn't even recognize me anymore. At 9 years old, he didn't even know my name. Within 6 months, he was dead. At the end, I knew what was going to happen. I'll be honest. I remember waking up. I was in 3rd grade, and I remember waking up that morning and seeing my mother walk by the door. And she was crying, and I knew that he had died right there, and I was relieved, honestly, because to me, he was gone at that point. Once he couldn't even recognize me anymore, I was praying that they would just let him die. I learned what malignant terminal brain cancer means when I was 9 years old. It means you're going to die. And these efforts to just keep him alive were excruciating. So anyway, that's my memory of Father's Day. Then, as I went through school in the coming years, like in 4th grade and 5th grade, they would still do things on Father's Day. We'd have art classes still, and they would make things, to celebrate the Father's Day. And I remember I wouldn't have anything to make. Not only did my father die, but both my grandfathers passed away too. So when I told the teacher I don't have a father, there's no point in me making anything. They said, well, make it for your grandfather. And I said, well, I don't have grandfather. My grandfathers are dead too. I was usually just point blank, and I guess part of me kind of enjoyed the making the teacher squirm, I guess, a little bit. I don't know. It's kind of sick, I guess, but just seeing the expression on the art teacher's face when I told him my father was dead, my grandfather, both my grandparents were dead. I don't know. I guess I got a bit of a morbid sense of humor. I guess you have to, or you go crazy. All right, I'm going to take you guys on a tour of my empty house. Oh yeah, and then one more thing, another reason. Just on this day, actually on June 17th last year, almost on this day, I was in the hospital getting a complete hip replacement. So this time of year is not the best time of year for me, but I'm still smiling. All right, one more thing I want to talk about before I take you guys on a tour. I was thinking about this, and I understand people buy homes. People have to progress with their lives. I was thinking about the people that are buying this place. It's a big place. It's actually 2 homes connected together. And I guess the older father, is going to live in my apartment. And I started thinking about this. How do they feel? They know, because for the longest time I was hoping that somebody would buy it and take the home next door and continue to let me rent like my landlord did. And the first buyer came along, and I met him. He was a cool dude, Puerto Rican guy that did tattoos, and I had a good impression of the guy right off the bat. But the loan fell through, and he was unable to buy this place. And another buyer came along, and for the longest time I waited to see if they were going to let me continue renting here. And I got the feeling nobody would tell me anything. Nobody would tell me anything until May 27th. And then I confronted the real estate agent. I just kind of snapped and said, "Are they keeping me or not?" And the real estate agent said, "Well, it's not really my place. Your landlord's going to have to tell you that." And nobody would tell me the truth. That's why I ended up with only 3 weeks. It's only been 3 weeks since I found out that I had nowhere to live. So all my stuff is packed up. Like I told you guys yesterday, I paid $750 just to get the garbage taken out of here. The stuff I was going to throw away that couldn't fit into storage. I had to throw a lot of stuff away. A working washer and dryer. All sorts of good stuff. And then it cost me another $500 to put the remaining stuff in storage. So right there, it's $1,200. And I still don't have a place to live. I just have a place for my stuff. So this is the saga of a average 55-year-old guy who found himself homeless. But so getting back to what I was saying, with the people that are buying this, I wonder how their conscience, because they know they're kicking me out. Not only are they kicking me out, but they wanted me out of here in 25 days, not the legal 30 days. And then on top of that, they wanted me to leave the electricity and gas on because they didn't want to be inconvenienced by an hour or 2 or whatever without, the power being shut off. If you go back in a couple of my videos, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I guess when it comes to conscience, they're lacking there. But I was just wondering, when the father moves into this apartment, he knows that I'm out on the street, and I understand, this is America, this is capitalism, this is our system. They have money, they have enough money to buy this $360,000 home. I don't. So even though I do have enough for a substantial down payment in this market, $20,000 isn't enough to even get me a modest condo. So I am homeless, and I just wonder. I wonder, when the new owners come in here tomorrow and the next day, and they see all my belongings, what's left of my belongings in the garbage out in front, and I clean this place up spotless for them. I just wonder if their conscience bothers them. If it were me, I could not pick a home that had a tenant like me living in it, and just kick that tenant out, regardless of no matter how cheap the home was or how much I liked it. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could just kick somebody out. Well, we want your home and we have the money and you don't, so you're on the street. That's America, man. And I understand it. It's just, it's the system. You adapt to it or you die. I don't know. All right, I'm going to take you guys on a little tour of my place. It's all empty now. Hey, let me show you where I slept last night. On that carpet. Yeah, I kept my TV so I could watch TV. These are my belongings. And here's the spare room. This is where I put all my artwork. Beautiful wood floors, as you can see. There's quite an echo in here. In the bathroom, just enough for one more shower and one more shave, and I'm out of here. Here's the living room. It was a beautiful place. I love that deck. I spent all my time out here. It's a beautiful view. There's the kitchen. That's where I always recorded the videos, right there. All right, like I said, that's where I spent last night. I'm gonna do one more workout. Believe it or not, keeping up on workouts every day and bike rides helps me relieve stress. Some people think I'm crazy for taking, on top of everything, moving furniture for hours yesterday, that I would still insist on working out, but it really helps me relieve stress. All right, I'll show you guys the basement. I was renting this place for $1,100 a month. Beautiful full basement. Had a bathroom down here. This is where the washer and dryer was. Yeah, I guess you'd call it 1.5 baths. I apologize for this isn't my usual video, but I'm sure you guys understand. Here's it's kind of a furnished room, or it's a whole nother room in here. This is where I usually kept my prisoners, chained to the wall back there. Oops, I wasn't supposed to say that. No, I'm just kidding. Gotta have a sense of humor. All right, so that's a tour of my place. I'm gonna be out of here for good this afternoon. I'm gonna pack up those belongings in the bedroom. I'm gonna throw them in my car, and I'm going couch surfing. I honestly, I can't wait to show you guys the camper. I'm kind of excited about that. I think I'm gonna do some traveling. I'm free and unencumbered for the next month or two. I do have a hit on a possible apartment in a city near here in about a month. So things aren't all looking all down for me. So stay tuned. I'll be back later with a regular video. You guys have a great Father's Day.